Hello everyone, it's the one and only DS. I'm back with another commentary video, and today I want to talk about one of the most well-known shows called The Sopranos, which was something on my watch list to see for myself. It's about Tony Soprano in his midlife crisis life, not only as boss of the New Jersey crime family for most of the show, but keeping his family together with all the luxury he offers from his waste management business. But for this video, this is not going to be me analyzing the whole show. No, this is just me getting into the finale, which just threw me off first time watching. I started on The Sopranos early January and have just finished the series finale last Friday. 86 episodes with like 50 minutes to an hour long each. That is quite the dedication if you ask me. Let us get into what unfolded, but before we do, I will be discussing major spoilers, so if you have not seen every episode and are intrigued to find out what occurs, I strongly encourage you to please avoid this video. Now that I have said my warning, time to dive in. Season 6, episode 21, called Made in America, starts off with a badass morning wake up as Tony is getting ready for what is coming by Phil Leotardo's attacks on the New Jersey higher-ups, including himself. Last episode, the Blue Comet, Bobby unfortunately gets clipped at a toy train store, and Silvio was left in critical condition. Already this finale starts off with the possibility that an epic battle will come underway, but Phil is nowhere to be found as he's keeping himself in hiding. Later on, Tony and his family move back to the house when the dust mostly settled, and Phil gets shot and killed by one of Tony's associates. From what I've seen thus far, the finale is not as satisfying as I hoped for it to be, because the final episodes prior to this builds the intensity and what could be the ending fate of The Sopranos. The first 20 minutes of it keeps you invested if Tony will make it out of this war alive, but for the rest, it eases the tension back to your typical Sopranos episode. Fast forward to the final scene, Tony is gathering the family together at a restaurant with Don't Stop Believing playing in the background. From what is shown, it seems like everything is going to be alright. But as Meadow, Tony's daughter, is running to this restaurant after having some trouble finding parking, Tony looks up as someone unknown, we don't know who, walks in, and the finale, it just abruptly ends with no understanding of what else happens. This just felt so incomplete, leaving the viewers interpreting what comes next. In my opinion, the finale lacked proper closure and left no sigh of relief that the family will end off alright with the tension gone. We don't even know if Silvio will stay alive, as we only see him in the coma in his final scene. Paulie, however, is still in good terms with Tony and remains loyal. By the way, one of my favorite characters because he's a total wise ass. I wish we could have had a 7th season so questions can be answered, especially if Tony were ever to get whacked. Paulie can step in to be the new boss of New Jersey, and we'll see how he handles the mafia business on top. But we will never get that. That is crazy. I spent 1.5 months watching The Sopranos. Now imagine being an original fan when they were airing new episodes at the time from 1999 to 2007. That must have been high levels of disappointing at first watch after 8 years. But I've seen discussion over time that they learned to appreciate the finale, and great that they feel that way. I'm not gonna shit on anybody that liked how it went. Unfortunately for me, that is not the case. Maybe I'll have a change of heart, but who knows? Since the series finished with the intent of making your own ending, I will say that Meadow ran on in out of breath, and Tony is relieved to see her come in to eat. The verdict for how I review The Sopranos as a whole: a well-designed show with its complexity of its characters, brutal hits, and engaging dialogue to keep you going, but like I said before, it misses the mark on proper closure. That's going to be it for me. What are your thoughts on The Sopranos and how it turned out? You let me know in the comment section down below. Add some insight if you would like. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, share this out with your friends and family. Thank you for watching.